Okay, so I need to express myself in some way, yeah. You know what? I need a vent. So last night, my sleep was interrupted yet again by the recurring nightmare that it's report card day, and I haven't tested a single one of my kids. Oh, and I showed up to work in my underwear. Beside the point, it was 12:30 before I got into bed, and I finally got back to sleep again. Needless to say, since I was late to go in bed, I was late getting up. By the time I got up, got dressed, got my daughter dressed, got her lunch made, got her breakfast, got her off to school, I had time to stop in for, let's call it breakfast, for my 42-ounce mocha latte at the local coffee shop. It is delicious, and I know it's not the most healthy thing in the world, but you know what? I've given up. I'm willing to admit now that I have lost the battle with my weight. I'm tired of the diet roller coaster. I'm tired of the routine. I'm tired of the idea that my after pictures always look worse than my before pictures.
I would love to be more active in my life, but when I leave here, I'm just so physically just drained.
You're just on your feet a lot on the concrete. You don't really sit down that much. People think teachers just sit at their desk. Yeah, that doesn't happen.
But by the time I got to school, the caffeine was kicking in and the juices were flowing. Based on what I saw in the kids' performance today, I'm pretty sure I'm not getting the concepts across. Let me give you an example. When asked, what is this letter? Showing them a letter H, I got the answer, car. Or when asked one girl, what does the letter B sound like? She said, circle. When it asked one boy, could he count to 10? He replied, purple. I'm scared, I'm frustrated, I'm drained. You know, part of the issue is that we have a handful of English language learners in my class this year. And I've never even thought to take a workshop or learn another language, and now I feel like I'm cheating them out of an education. They're all really sweet, and I feel bad because I just don't know how to connect with them. Another part of my problem could be that I have a handful of, well, let's say darlings in my class whose sole mission in life is to destroy education everywhere. I'm pretty sure I saw one of them growing horns the other day.
You can't just have one kid that's having a bad day. You would have had like 5 all at once that are having a bad day. So that can be pretty exhausting, you know, when you're just like, you know, you're constantly like repeating yourself and don't do this and don't touch her and, you know, don't pick your nose and don't, you know, all day. So some days are just, it's a lot of chaos.
So now it's about 1:30. I'm having my usual caffeine crash. You know that feeling. I mean, you get a headache that just lasts for days. It's piercing and you're there, but you're not really there. You've kind of checked out. And it's about that time that little Miss Perfect down the hall decides to poke her head in my classroom. Someday I'm going to shut that door really hard. Anyway, I just don't get her. She's been teaching for over 15 years, as she reminds me all the time. And the thought has never occurred to her that I might need some help or some guidance or a break or something, anything. Even if she offered, I'm not sure I'd accept. She always comes in and I hear her talking to people and her sentence lead off with, I didn't tell you this, but, you know, let me tell you this. Or, did you know that so-and-so had this done? Or, you know, I've been teaching for 15 years and, you know, I'm just so tired of hearing it. And on top of things, payday. After looking at my check, I'm pretty sure that I don't get paid enough to put up with this stuff. Even if I didn't have to put up with this stuff, I'm pretty sure I don't get paid enough. My credit cards are maxed out. For the past 3 months, I've only made minimum payments. We talked about taking a trip to the parents for Christmas, but I don't know. How do you afford a tree and gas and presents and... You know what? Sorry, Mom. Christmas is canceled.
My paycheck is just barely enough to get by and make those payments and all those things. So financially, it's a struggle.
It's hard because you're trying to make ends meet, and you know I have a second job. I clean house on the weekend, just try to be able to cover everything.
And you're always buying stuff for your classroom, whether you have the money or not. I mean, because you need them.
Why can't my life be more like my friends? He's perfect, check. Perfect wife, check. Perfect figure, check. Perfect house, check. Perfect vacations, check. Perfect kids, check, check. Oh, not a teacher? Big check. Seriously though, why am I doing this?
I love my school family. I love that I can come to work and work with some of my closest friends, and that everyone's always ready and willing to share ideas and to help you with something specific that you're maybe having a problem with.
I've been here 25 years, and if I didn't like what I was doing, I would have been gone a long time ago.
It makes me feel good when you know that you're helping them learn what they need to know. When you're right there as they catch something for the first time or do something for the first time.
Could be worse. It could be like this guy I just read about. What is his name? Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Let me see. Csikszentmihalyi. Yeah. So during World War II, he was in an Italian prison camp. He discovered something. He discovered that whether I'm happy depends on my personal wellness. Not on how underfunded my campus is, or how clueless my principal is, or how catty my coworkers are, or how disengaged my students seem. He discovered that there are other factors that contribute to the whole. He's gotten this idea of prevention of sickness rather than treating the illness. I kind of like the idea of that. Let's put together some parts of my life that I could work on. First, occupational.
I'm not a big fan of boogers and throw up.
Yeah, there's definitely some work that needs to be done there. I feel emotional.
I really do try to put it behind me when I walk in the door.
The not knowing of everything.
Financial, need I say more?
I don't get paid very much at all.
Spiritual, I think we could all use a little work on that.
God gives me the strength to go on.
I have to have faith.
And physical,
Getting enough sleep and getting enough water and eating well and exercising and doing those kinds of things.
you know what? I'm going to stop treating the sickness. That's it. Let's get started.